Alright guys, so in today's video I want to teach you how to get really good aim in this game compared to the last game. A lot of it is the exact same concepts as the last game, but when I first started playing this, my aim was a little bit off, and then I had to tweak it a little bit and make sure I had the right settings, sensitivity, and everything down. So I'm going to help you guys get really good aim in this game so that you can be able to hit your shots as well as move really good. Alright, first thing I want to say with your sensitivity, I understand a lot of people don't play the sensitivity I play, right? Everybody plays their own sensitivity. So for me, I play on 3 sensitivity that works best for me, right? And then I was trying 4 too earlier because that was just what I was trying when the game first launched, right? So I'd say no matter what sensitivity you use, you'll know if it's the right sensitivity if you could look at certain spots without any inconsistencies, right? So if I'm going from wall to wall, right? So like this part to that part, to that part, to that part. If you're looking at places over and over correctly, right, you're going to have a really good sensitivity that you can control. All right. Now, let's just say I bump this up to 7. I'm not really that good on 7, right? Bump up to 7. Well, now it's a little bit harder for me to hit those exact same spots on 7 as I was on 3. So whatever sensitivity you have, you want to make sure that you're able to match the walls consistently and be able to look like that, because that means in the game, right, you're able to look at super specific spots. If there's a guy right here, you can look, boom, and shoot him just like that. All right, so you want to make sure you have a good sensitivity right there. Another thing you want to make sure that you're doing is you're not overcorrecting or undercorrecting. So with what I was just talking about, right, if your sensitivity is too fast, you might go past the enemy and then go back. Now, you may be really accurate with this and actually hit shots, but it actually improves the time that you can actually be able to shoot the person, right? Because if I just go straight to the person, aim, shoot, it's going to be killing him a lot faster than if I go like this, go like that, and then shoot at him, right? So that's why you want to have a sensitivity that matches that, and you're able to shoot really good, just like that. Okay. Another setting too, besides sensitivity, that I really think helps with your aim is the Deadzone setting. So I play on 0. The lower you play this, the more you can make micro adjustments, right? Because it's more sensitive. So that's why I play on a low sense and also play on the lowest Deadzone to make up for that. Because since my stick is so sensitive, then I can make super small micro adjustments to help my aim just like that. Whereas if I was playing a higher Deadzone up here, like maybe 10, it's really hard for me to make those small corrections, because if I move down a little bit, it doesn't register. If I move down more, it's going to start going to his feet, like right over there, right? So it's really hard to control your aim like that. Make sure you're playing the lowest Deadzone that your controller can possibly handle. All right, and then of course right stick max at 99 or 100. That's just the default, but if you want good aim, don't turn this down at all. All right, so that's that. The second thing I want to talk about is what I've prioritized heavily in my videos in the last game, right? And that's having the white dot crosshair placement. All right, so if you don't play with crosshairs on, there was some people I caught not playing with it on. You need to make sure that you play with it on. I play on the smallest possible, right? Because I feel like that makes me more accurate. And every single time you go to shoot at an enemy, you want to make sure you touch them with the white dot first and then aim and shoot. You don't want to aim first, like aim while you're looking at them, or just aim and look at them. You don't want to do that at all. You want to look at them with the white dot, aim, shoot. All right, white dot, boom, white dot. All right, so that's a very important thing to understand, because you actually get more aim assist when you're looking left and right. You see how it pulls right there? All right, so if you use the white dot first, you're going to snatch them with the aim assist and then aim in and shoot just like that. All right, so look at them with the white dot, and then once you touch the middle of their chest with the white dot, aim in, shoot, boom. All right, so we got the sensitivity down. You have a good sensitivity. We got the white dot placement. Bam. All right, the next thing I want to talk about, and I talked about a lot of these concepts in my full guide for the previous game, right, is mirroring. Okay, so that is when you are actually matching the same exact I guess the same exact position as your enemy. Like you're trying to mirror them, right? If he's over there, right, and he's facing this way, and I'm looking at his side, I kind of want to match the same exact spot with him right there. Because what that's going to do is, if you see right here, his hitbox is a little more narrower, right? It's more narrow, so like boom, boom, and he's a little bit harder to shoot. So if he does like a slide cancel over, it's harder to track that because he's more narrow. Whereas if I space out like this, well, now it's so much easier for me to aim and shoot at him just like that. All right, so instead of shooting like this, which could be a little bit harder to aim, you want to space it out and match his exact body over here. Boom, boom. All right. And even if I'm shooting at these 3 people right here, right? So I'm going here, then I'm moving here, then I'm moving here. So that's going to make it a lot easier for you to actually shoot at targets like that, because you're actually matching the same exact position as them, making their hitbox more spread out and open. The last thing I'm going to talk about in this video too, with your aim that can really improve it, is you want to make sure that you're timing your movements right to actually give you good aim. So if I'm shooting at somebody and then jumping immediately, that can be really hard on actually hitting my shot, because my gun is going to jump like this and it's going to be harder to track. Alright, so my favorite thing to do, and the thing I do most, is just to slide cancel, because after you slide, your gun is going to stop like this and not jump around or anything, and you're able to just have a steady shot while getting that peeker's advantage to one side. Alright, so like slide cancel, boom, slide cancel, boom. Way easier than doing like jump shots like this where they're harder to track. Alright, now if you want to do jump shots, it's a lot more inaccurate, but you can get away with doing it in super close range. But I just don't recommend when you're shooting at somebody super far away to jump shot like that. Like, I don't think that's that's good at all. Alright, so when you're farther, you want to stay more focused on actually hitting your target, just like that. And then when you're closer, if you have to do some movement, you can jump and shoot if you need to use that. Alright, but just make sure your movement actually matches up to you setting up for your shot and getting a good angle to actually shoot your enemy, instead of taking a bad angle and doing too much movement to where it can knock your aim off, and you're not going to get a lot of kills like that. Alright, so just want to say that all those tips right there, if you put them into practice and kind of correlate them all into one exact shooting technique, then that would actually make you hit a lot more shots in this game, and you're going to see your kills start going up because you're actually hitting more shots on the players. Alright, so this is my little aim guide. I might make a more in-depth guide in the future on how to get really good aim in this game, but these tips should help you out a lot, and for you to have really good aim, at least in the beginning of Black Ops 6. Alright, so join the Discord if you haven't already for any coaching services. I'm making the full guide soon, or if you just want to connect with the community. And I am live on twitch.tv/the_5_seal.